Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today. Today we are in Jensen Beach. Now Jensen Beach is a beach and a riverfront town. The beach is over on Hutchinson Island, which is just on the other side of the water. And this is the Indian River, which is also known as the Intercoastal Waterway, and this is downtown Jensen Beach. Now if you come in off of Route 1, just turn onto Jensen Beach Boulevard and it drops you right here. This is the end of it. There's a marina where I am here at the ending of Jensen Beach Boulevard. There's also one down a little bit further. So this is a small, quaint beach river town. It's only a few blocks, but it's very much worth your visit. You'll have a good time, so let's go and explore. Join us as we go out and about to discover the Treasure Coast.
I'm Denny, and I'm usually behind the camera.
Well, if you're wondering where the actual Jensen Beach is, right behind me is the causeway. You just get on that road and it takes you right to Jensen Beach. If you're interested in the beach itself, then the link below will take you to episode 1 of our Martin County beaches, where it's all about Jensen Beach. So to give you a little bit of understanding of where I am right now, Jensen Beach Boulevard is about 3 blocks down to my left with the bridge to my back. And so in this episode, we're trying to tell you a little bit about all of Jensen Beach. So every beach or waterfront town needs some restaurants, nightlife, and entertainment. So let's talk about that a little bit. To my right, there's 2 waterfront restaurants. The Hoffman House, we have not been there yet. We have been told it's a pretty nice place and it looks fun when you're coming over the bridge and you see the lights at night. And then just on the other side, just a little bit further down, is Conky Joe's. Now Conky Joe's is undergoing some renovations right now. We have been there and I can tell you that it's very good food, very fresh. They have live music, and when you add all that with waterfront dining, well, you just can't go wrong. They've been there over 100 years, so obviously they're doing something right. Now the wind just kicked up, so between the cars around this circle and the wind, I hope you're getting all this okay. If you're visiting here and you want to stay for a few nights or maybe longer, and you want waterfront lodging, in front of me, on the other side of Jensen Beach Boulevard, you can stay at the Ocean Breeze Cottages. They look like a really nice place to stay. They're right on the water. But the Ocean Breeze is also an RV park. So if you're on the road in your RV, that's a good option as well. And then right behind me is another RV place. Now this is a much smaller place, but when you're talking about being on the water, it's all about location, location, location. Boulevard and Maple Avenue. Maple Avenue is this little street, and then you turn into a little alleyway. There's a series of little artisan stores. Really a nice place. You got to go back and check that out. In front of me, there's a number of shops and restaurants and bars. And then here on the corner is the Jensen Beach Inn and Hotel. Now, it was built in 1909, and it's a quaint little 7-room boutique inn. It's one of those places you got to stay if you're in town. So right below it is Pineapple Jack's, and it's one of theirs. You also get a discount to eat there when you're staying here. The building that I'm standing in front of is the Chamber of Commerce. It's also the Visitor Center. So if you have any questions about anything in the area, stop in here. They'll be happy to just talk to you and let you know. They have brochures. And finally, I want to tell you that Pineapple Festival that they have every year, this is where it's held. It's all throughout the streets around here. It's a 2-day event. And from the pictures I've seen, because I've never been at one of the festivals, it gets pretty crowded. I saw 15,000 people come to this event. So it's a big celebration in the area. It's November, so make sure you check it out. Now I think I want to go back and check some of those artisan buildings. And I also hear they have a coffee shop back there, and I am really in the mood for a cup of coffee. So we're going to go explore. Apparently they have music here on, I don't know what it says, music on Maple. I love these signs. Desserts that way. There's a garden center behind this. And wonder where that coffee shop is. Found it. Very nice place. I got a cold brew. It's great. I wanted to share a little bit of the history of the area with you, so I came to the Indian Riverside Park. Well, history's great, but hey, this isn't supposed to be a history lesson. This is the Indian Riverside Park, and it's a great place to spend the day. In 1885, this whole Jensen Beach area was known as the pineapple capital of the world. But that year also brought a deep freeze, and that was the start of the decline. By 1920, the pineapple industry was devastated. In the meantime, this park still plays a big major role in their history. There are 3 sites in this park that are part of the Martin County history. There is the Mount Elizabeth Archaeological Site, the Tuckahoe Mansion, and the Captain Sewell's house. So let's check them out. By the way, the industry might have been devastated, but the pineapple lives on in Jensen Beach at the annual Pineapple Festival. The ground that makes up this park was purchased by the county in 1997, and the archaeological studies were then conducted on this mound known as Mount Elizabeth. We now know that the mound is over 5,000 years old and was a burial and ceremonial site. At 40 feet above sea level, it's the highest mound in South Florida. In 1855, Henry Racy purchased 100 acres, and his son built a 3-story home atop of the mound and started a pineapple plantation. By 1885, this area was the pineapple capital of the world. A hard freeze that year was the start of the decline of the industry, and in 1920 it was gone. In 1921, the three-story home was burnt down. In 1936, Williford Leach and his wife, a Coca-Cola heiress, purchased the property and built a mansion they named Tuckahoe. It still remains today. It was sold in 1950, laid vacant for several years, and in 1997 purchased by the county and restored. The mound was a burial and ceremonial site, the mansion a hub for social life. Both are significant historical sites in Martin County. In 1889, pioneer and developer Captain Henry Sewell moved to the area and built a home on the point now known as Sewell Point. Henry became the first postmaster and in 1891 opened the first post office in his home. He built a pier and a dock to receive deliveries by sea, and he led the movement to dig the St.Lucie inlet, giving boats access to the ocean. He was also the Commodore of the Gilbert's Bar Yacht Club, which also houses the House of Refuge. You may remember that from our episode where we covered Whitham Beach. His home was relocated here to the park and is open to visitors at no fee from 12 noon to 2 on the first and third Wednesday of each month from October to May. Well, it looks like our day is done and it's time to plan our next adventure. Well, we really hope you enjoyed your visit to Jensen Beach today and that it inspired you to come visit in person. Danny and I will see you next time when we go out and explore somewhere out and about in the Treasure Coast.